nothing we couldn't work through. You know, we're skilled at this. It happens. We don't panic. We just restart, retool, revitalize, re-energize, and all the other I's we can think of. Of course, we left off talking about a very, very powerful topic. And we're going to jump right into it. I know you initially heard all of the preliminaries, so we're not going to prolong the time. We're talking about the brain is a quantum carbon energy time system. Once again, let me go ahead and formally greet you. Of course, I am the master teacher, the quantum shifter, the shape shifter, the code breaker, baby, coming at you once again live and in living color with 2,400 watts of power in this hour, sitting in the captain seat for the one, the apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander. That's right. This is going to be part 2, talking about the brain is a quantum carbon energy time system. And then you know that we have been dealing with all of those principles, all of those thoughts, all of those ideas, all of those concepts, all of those concepts and precepts and thoughts and energies to enlighten you. And listen, I'm reminded of what the Prince of Peace said some time ago in our talk session. It was to make all men see. That's what we're trying to do, make you see, make all men. That's, of course, inclusive, man and woman, but a general term. To make all people see that it's all about you, having the proper vision and thoughts and foreknowledge, and the ability to be confident and know, not just believe, but know that it's all about you and that you can do it. We have the ability to quantum leap, and that we have this ability and power to superabound above normal limits when it comes to time. We're not bound by time. We're only restricted when we restrict ourselves, but there is no limit to it. We talked about that discontinuity, how we have the ability to leap, quantum leap, go to the place of infinity, go to the place of essentials, go to the place of removable. Come on, somebody. Go to all of those platforms. So that's where we want to launch from today, getting us to a place where we can see. Now, I want to do something here that's going to cause you to participate in what we're doing. That's right, participate in what we're doing. And listen, it's going to cause you to connect the dots. And I'm going to go to the board here in just a second so that you can see exactly what we're talking about here. Give me one quick second. Those of you who are back in the room, we had a short break. But listen, come on back in and hit that share button so others can dial into this. But watch this. Now, all of the concepts we've been talking about, I want you to participate in this if you so choose to. I want to activate prior knowledge. And we deal with that in education, talking about prior knowledge and also doing a brain dump. If you would, for me, what I want you to do is place on the timeline all the things we have been covering. I want you to just go back in your mind and activate prior knowledge and do a brain dump. All of the concepts, all of the truth session titles in this quantum season. I want you to go back and do this. I'm going to do something here, a demonstration. And I'm just going to I'm going to list one myself. Come on, if you would like, if you can recall some things. We've been talking about so many things, and I'm going to place those in your hearing. I'm going to show you something else, how everything connects. once again. Shalom Aleichem. Truth Session family. Assalamu alaikum. Inhotep, Inobaragani, Amani Kaka, Amani Dada, Hola, Bonjour, Konnichiwa. Yeah, you just tapped into another episode of the Truth Session where your thoughts really count, really matter. One of the concepts we talked about, and you can go back and do this later if you so choose to. I placed on a timeline quantum entanglement. We've been dealing with that a great deal, how we can affect change and things and send things in the future and affect things somewhere else simultaneously while we're affecting it right here in our very presence. And everything is tied into time, vision, causing all men to see. Watch this. And I'm going to read off a list of things just to kind of show you what we've been dealing with and how powerful these thoughts are. One, I've got listed quantum entanglement. Watch how your mind is jarred when we go through this list. Quantum mathematics. Quantum physics. Quanta, we broke that down. Quantum particles. Carbon-12. Isotopes. Valence electrons. Wave particles. Frequency. Light particles. Quantum energy. You should hear this. Protons, neutrons, electrons. Oh, I'm not done with you yet. Probability, possibility, potential, purpose. Electron orbitals, moments, dipole moment, magnetism, discontinuity. I'm placing these terms in your hearing for a reason. Consequences. The Hebrew koshek, talking about darkness. Confusion. Chaos. Emptiness. Formless. Jump discontinuity. Removable. Infinity discontinuity. The powerful one, essential discontinuity. We've been talking about torque, inertia. We've been talking about force, equilibrium, asymptotes, those invisible borders. Palagenesia, going back in time. Yeah, and coming back. Oscillation, vacillation. Relativity. Tunneling. Independent and dependent axes and independent and dependent variables. Energy shells. Zibon time, AF time, Chronos time, causality, annuity, all talking about future payments. The Gap Band, Greenwood, Archer, Pine, Black Wall Street, Tulsa Race Massacre, dilation, the ability to expand and contract. The theory of relativity, special relativity, the chemical electrical side of our brains. Light and vision, and I put a set of stars around it, asterisks. Space, matter, mass, energy, speed of light, RNA, DNA, bonding, quantum chemistry, uncertainty, and as many terms as I just mentioned, it still doesn't scratch the surface of what we have ingested. Oh, talk to me. I probably have read you maybe 50 or 60 terms, and that's still scratching the surface for what we've learned. Watch this. Here's where it ties in. We talked about this last week. Yeah. Talking about the line of best fit. You see these blue dots. They're trending upwardly. So it's a strong positive correlation. When a graph is rising to the right, and you can tell that it's a positive correlation, we say it's strong. It's a strong association or strong correlation. Because we can tell that if we place a line of best fit through here, we can see that it is rising positively, trending in the right direction. That's what all of these concepts have been doing for us, rising in the right direction. So everything you see up here, all these blue dots, they represent the terms that I just read to you. Quantum chemistry, quantum physics, quantum mathematics, quantum mechanics, discontinuity, vision, time, space, relativity, the theory of relativity, quantum entanglement, DNA, RNA, jump discontinuity, infinity, removable, essential, darkness, emptiness, protons, neutrons, electrons, carbon-12. All of that make up the ability for all of us to do what? See. So now what are we doing? We're placing the line of best fit before so that we can connect the dots, so that we can continue to move forward, so we can see that we're not bound by time. All of these are time frames. They're time frames, and we're going through space and place and time, connecting the dots, but yet in a straight line, making the connections with all of them. This is what appears to be such an extensive list, yet we're still just scratching the surface because we've learned so much more. Activating prior knowledge, doing a brain dump, palagenesia, oscillation, tunneling, independent, dependent variables, moments, dipole moments, before things begin to spin for us, so that all men can see. Watch this. Oh, I got something else for you. Talking about vision and light. Let me work this board a little bit. We all know what that word is. It's quantum. Quantum. We all know what it is. I'm showing you how powerful this word is. One of the words we get out of quantum is entumbra. Greetings, my sister Tracy Love. What's going on? Fayetteville in the house. Fayetteville, North Carolina. Let me go ahead and hit you with a heart. So what are the words we get out of quantum and entumbra? Watch this. Keep in mind, we're dealing with having the ability to see, dealing with light, vision. According to timeanddate.com by Bikos, the entumbra is the lighter part of the shadow that forms at a certain distance from the object casting the shadow. It is involved in annual or annular solar eclipses and planet transits. Let me read that again. The entumbra is the lighter part of the shadow that forms at a certain distance from the object casting the shadow. So the object is casting a shadow. The object itself is casting a shadow over you. Troubles are casting shadows of darkness over you. But because you have quantum abilities, you fight back with an entumbra, which is the lighter part of the shadow. Oh, come on, somebody need to talk to me up in here today. So the entumbra is the lighter part of a shadow that forms at a certain distance from the object casting the shadow. It happens when eclipses happen. When there's an eclipse in your life, where there appears to be darkness overshadowing you. All you gotta do is talk to the one. He talked about this a long time ago. See, darkness and light is the same to him. He still sees it. It's the same. Having the ability to see. So here, watch this. Like any other opaque objects illuminated by a light source, the moon and the earth cast shadows into space as they block the sunlight that hits them. Each shadow has three different areas: the umbra, the penumbra, and the entumbra. Watch this. Definition. The entumbra is the lighter area of a shadow that appears beyond the umbra and at a certain distance from the object casting the shadow. Watch this. It only exists if the lighter source or the light source has a larger diameter than the object. Hold on. So when the object itself, the object casts a shadow. When you recognize that you are larger than that object, guess what happens? Your entumbra, your light source manifests. When you see, to make all men see, when you see that you're more powerful than the object that's casting the shadow, guess what? Light comes forth. Automatically, light comes forth. The light turns on when you recognize that you're larger than the situation. The situation is just casting a shadow to keep you from seeing that you're the actual light source. See, you have to understand. We've talked about this. Dark suckers. Yeah. The sun absorbing light from the planets around it. It's sucking dark. Because of the darkness. Because of the object that's overshadowing, causing darkness. Because you understand darkness, there's a place within that shadow where we can see. No matter what you're going through, there's a place within that darkness that you will get to, you'll begin to see. Sometimes we don't go far enough into it. Sometimes we don't look far enough into it to see the light. And it's right there. It's just, if you could just go that extra mile. You know, some people give up right at the threshold and they only have just one more step to make. Light will manifest in the darkness. What did I tell you? In the beginning, the earth was what? Without form and void. It wasn't spinning. There was no moment. There was no moment when the evening and the morning was the first day. We didn't spin to that place where we walked right into light. What if we hadn't given up? What if we had given up? What if we hadn't taken that last step to see that we weren't bound by time, that we were part of the Entumbra? Part of the Entumbra. Part of the shadow. Larger than the darkness. Watch this. In the Entumbra, you will see the outer rim of the light source around the object casting the shadow. Wait a minute. So the object is casting a shadow. And what we begin to do is place a rim of light around the darkness. We place a rim of light around the darkness. So not only do we see, but others may see. So that others can see their way out. So that others can see the exit sign on the door. I know it's dark right now. It's dark for some of us. Oh, but within that shadow that's cast in front of you, over you, around you, under you, you still represent the outline, the rim. Oh, come on, somebody. Look at this. For example, if you are in the Entumbra during an annular solar eclipse, you can see the edge of the sun's dust or disk as a ring of fire around the moon. Come on, somebody, as a ring of fire. Oh, we might have to get the fireman, the Ishman, the one, the apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander to show up. We call him the Ishman, the fireman. Sometimes he's got to show up. Sometimes he's got to bring good things to light. He's got to outline that darkness. Yeah, he's got to bring you a glimmer of hope, light. Within the darkness, it's right there. How many of us was on the brink of just giving up? I can't do this. What's the use? I've suffered through it so long, there is no hope. Listen, I've been down so long that getting up never crossed my mind. All of a sudden, light showed up. You don't know where it came from. You decided to keep walking. Watch this. The other two faces. Let me write them down. You think about an umbrella, the ability to cover yourself in darkness, still having the ability to be covered, although you're being overshadowed. In other words, you're placing the ring around yourself so that you can see. But watch this, the penumbra. You think about a ready writer, one who has the pen, who can write, one who can scribe, one who can articulate. What's going on? Kinsey Inspirations Queen in the house. That's right. Hashtag Dark Suckers. The one, the apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander. Let me read this real quickly. I'm almost done with you. I'm just placing something in your hearing today. The umbra, the shadow's dark center portion. It's the dark center portion. The penumbra is the lighter outer part of the shadow. So we have a centerpiece within this shadow that's being cast. Then we have the penumbra, the outer ring I was telling you about. Then we have the entumbra, which is part of the shadow that's cast that brings forth light. In the midst of all of that, you're still bringing forth light. Refusing not to shine. Refusing not to be vocal. Refusing not to superabound and to leap and to quantum leap and to act like those valence electrons that you are. Let me take this opportunity to say, listen, if you have not had the opportunity to donate to the Truth Session, please do so at this time. That information and donation methods will be placed out there on the timeline. And please recall that we're not restricted to receiving donations only on Saturday during the Truth Session or only on Wednesday during Wind Down Wednesday. All throughout the week. As you hear this sound on sound, listen, I am going to take a station identification break. Sip on this nectar by K.D. Royal Rain. Thank you, Prince of Peace, for your donation. let me put this diagram real quickly. Go ahead. Come on. Oh, here we go. Listen, let me leave you with this. Talking about the penumbra, the umbra, and the antumbra. Let me just read them again. The umbra, the shadows, dark center portion. The penumbra, the lighter outer part of the shadow, according to timeanddate.com. And then as we talked about with the antumbra, it's the lighter area of a shadow that appears beyond the umbra. The latter part or the lighter part of the shadow. and a distance from the object casting it. So we're looking at the sun casting, oh my goodness, casting light upon either the earth or the moon. And here is this penumbra portion of it. It is the light or that aura that's placed around the object as the shadow is being cast upon it. You see that aura. Sometimes you see a depiction of that light around the sun or that light around the moon or around the earth. That bright light. I'm showing you in the midst of your darkness, there's still a light about you that you never release or never put away. Walk in that light. Watch this. The umbra. Although a shadow is being cast, guess what? There is still light at the dark center of it. But watch this. When you go deep in the ocean, then it gets darker and darker and darker until you hit a point of deepness or darkness or depth. Guess what? It gets light. That's your umbra. When things get deep, when things really get dark, guess what? You fall into that place of umbra. A shadow or an umbrella's being cast over you and lights come forth. See, the fish that are deep down in the ocean look different than the ones that are on the surface. They can withstand the pressure. They're like a submarine. They can withstand the pressure. The deeper they go, the lighter they get. They don't have all that weight. They can lay aside the weight, no matter how deep and dark it gets. Then we go to the antumbra, the lightest part of the darkness. You think you're just walking in darkness and nothing is changing for you. You walking in a place where you at the lightest part of the darkness. All you have to do is walk in a dark room and just wait for a second. Don't panic because you just walked into a dark room. You can't see anything. If you allow yourself to settle, guess what? You'll begin to see. I'm showing you it's an analogy, it's a depiction of what we do when things get wrong, get rough. We just stop and breathe. Analyze the situation. Look at where we are as a part of the penumbra. Look at where we are as a part of the umbra. Look at where we are as a part of the antumbra. I'm still the lightest part of that darkness. And I will forever be. Listen. Oh my goodness. Let me check this timeline here. Thank you, Kizzy Inspirations Queen, for placing that information on the timeline for us and donation methods. Kizzy Inspirations Queen said, right, and they don't see light or dark like regular fish. They see through the darkness. They thrive in the darkness. Yes, they do. Come on here. They thrive in the darkness. We see your Queen Octavia. Said she can't get in, okay. The one answered it. Said go over to the YouTube. Yes, we are. Come on here. Kizzy Inspirations Queen. Thank you, Baby Bird, for your donation. Thank you, Queen Octavia, for your donation. To those of you on our YouTube page, we invite you to like and subscribe to our Facebook, YouTube channel, and also Wind Down Wednesday page. Therapy with the Sip. We invite you to be a light. We invite you to be that part of the shadow that still shines. And this one ought to hold you. In the words of the one, the apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander, hold what you got. Muse over it. Cogitate upon it. Ponder over it, but by all means, we want you to govern yourselves accordingly. Don't forget, you are filled full of quantum power, quantum energy. It's your superpower. Shalom Alaikum.